I'm Chase.
Hi, I'm Cassie.
Hi, I'm Isabella.
Hey, I'm Matthew. Hey, I'm Marco.
We stand for the Pledge of Allegiance.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Good Friday morning. This morning we welcome LHS basketball seniors and special guests Connor and Dawson to the set. So here are the announcements for today, Friday, January 6th, 2023. Congratulations to these guys and their teammates on a big win last night against Sequoia. That's a big one for me too. Sweetwater and Sequoia. I'm sorry guys, I like to beat them just about as bad as I like to beat anybody. Tonight, the Redskins and Lady Redskins travel almost to the mountains, to Tellico Plains, in a big district matchup in the return of Coach Brad Abernathy to Tellico. Good luck tonight to the Redskins and Lady Redskins. Any word about Coach Abernathy and Tellico before we?
I know he coached there before. He's there a pretty long time, but
Nice here now.
Absolutely. Before we get to these guys, don't forget, Guidance is offering another opportunity to take the military entrance exam, the ASVAB, on Monday morning. That's this Monday morning. So if you're wanting to take it, today is the day to sign up. If you'd like to take the exam, sign up in Guidance today. If you all have thought at all about joining the military, use this opportunity to get a baseline score for yourself to explore your options after graduation. As I've said before as well, you don't have to be interested in the military. Anyone can do this. Again, this exam, though, is only for sophomores, juniors, and seniors. Seniors, and that's all of us in this room. This is a mandatory reminder, a reminder that your mandatory Tennessee Promise meeting is Thursday, January 19th at 3:45 in the LHS auditorium. This meeting is required for all students to receive the Tennessee Promise Scholarship. Following this meeting, the Guidance Office will also host a FAFSA Help Night in the library from 5 to 7. Remember, the FAFSA must be completed by March 1st in order to receive the Tennessee Promise Scholarship. That is big news right there. So we move on to the guests of honor. We've got Connor and we've got Dawson, and these guys are not only basketball players, they are LHS seniors, and happy to have you, fellas.
it's good to be here.
All right, so let's just get right into it. We'll start with you, Dawson, and just kind of go back and forth if you want to on this question or statement. Tell everyone about the season so far.
So far, I think we're one game under 500. We've had some up and downs, but I think we're starting to put it together and we're starting to click.
Yeah, I think we, before Christmas, we kind of knew what we had to fix, and now that we know it, we just got to go do it. So
Just kind of in the process of fixing it, right?
Sir.
Yeah. So the beautiful thing about basketball, and I'm sure you know this, it's a tournament sport. Okay, it matters what you're doing now, but in the grand scheme, it really doesn't matter until tournament time. But you want to build towards that and peak, and I think you guys are on your way to doing that. So individually, and I know neither one of you are individual guys, you're ultimate team guys, but are there any individual goals that you'd like to have accomplished by the end of the season, Connor?
So one of my goals was always to help rebound more, be more of a team player rather than trying to go and force something. So be a dog, go get them boards. That's my goal.
Okay.
I need to start. Well, my job is to rebound and play defense, and I need to continue to do that. And I think I need to shoot the ball a little bit more. Average probably like somewhere between 8 to 10 points, somewhere in there.
Yeah, you had a big night last night, but you kind of let it come instead of forcing.
I didn't force anything.
Yeah,
no.
And that's why we were successful last night. That's one of the reasons why we're successful. We've already talked about this a little bit, but speaking of the remainder of the season, there's only four home games left. So if you all want to see these guys, the basketball Redskins or those Lady Redskins that are coming on and doing such a great job, now's the time to do it. 4 games left, and then that's essentially over with other than tournament time. Fellas, we travel to Tellico tonight. Connor, what can we expect? First of all, out of Tellico, do you know much about them?
Yeah, we played them. They returned a lot of guys, but they graduated a few, so we know kind of what to expect. But if we just go out there and do our job, I don't think it really matters who we play.
He mentioned the word dogs. I think that's the way, if I remember right, that's the way they play. I mean, they get after it. And they were coached by Brad Abernathy in middle school, so they get after it. So anything specific that you guys are doing tonight without giving away too much?
I think if we played like we did the second half last night, we should be fine.
Beautiful. All right. So there's a fun thing we do every time we have a special guest. I know you've seen it. If you haven't, don't tell me. But we call it the lightning round, okay? And today we're going to do it Redskin basketball style. So I'm going to give you a question or a statement, and we'll go back and forth. The first part of it, what we're going to do is agree or disagree, and if you disagree, you give me the answer that you feel is the right answer, okay?
All right.
All right, lightning round. First thing that comes to your mind, best answer. There's no wrong answers, maybe. We'll start with you, Connor, since you're alphabetically the first one. The teammate on your basketball team, the most likely to win a 100-meter dash.
I'll say Capshaw when he wants to run. I'll say Capshaw.
Agree or disagree? And if you disagree, who is it going to be?
I'll agree with that one. Yeah, if he wants to. Keep it there.
All right, back to you this time, Dawson. Teammate most likely to be able to win a long-distance race. Let's say we're running a 10K.
Noah Eller.
Yeah, I'd say Eller or Bethel.
Okay. All right. Back to you, Connor. First teammate in the gym ready to go. And you can't say yourself. If you can't, yourself is an okay answer.
I'll say, so first teammate just ready to go all the time.
First in the gym.
I'll say Shane. Shane's always there. He's always working.
I gotta go with Nolan Bethel.
Okay. Dawson, teammate most likely to keep things light. You're funny man. You're humor guy.
Jackson Collins or Sebastian Correa.
I was going to say Correa.
I would agree. All right. And then the opposite of that, Connor, the most serious teammate. Maybe one of you two.
I'll say Caden Ridings on that one.
Okay. Wow. All right.
I agree. Yeah.
Nice. All right. For both of you here, and whoever answers first, and then the next one can go. But try to do something different. Phrase or something that Coach Crave always says or does.
Ooh,
Like something you always hear.
something he always does. So I know a lot of people are like, what is he doing on the sideline sometimes when he does that stomp? But that's always what I'll remember Coach Graves for, that stomp.
Stomp is definitely a
That's a signature.
trademark. Yep. Okay. Anything else?
He's always telling us to control our attitude and effort. Two
Okay.
controllables.
All right. I think maybe you guys have heard me say that as well sometime. All right, finally, guys, we're going off the basketball thing here. Can stick with basketball, but not necessarily. We'll start with you, Dawson, the person at LHS that has meant the most to you in your time here, and why?
I got two. Got to go with Coach Graves and Coach Lambert. They're the two people I probably spend the most time with because of baseball and basketball, and they're basically one of my most influential people in my life because I spend a lot of time with them throughout the year.
I'm sure that'll mean a lot to him. Connor?
Yeah, I'd say Coach Graves too. I'd also Miss Sin. That was my first year here, first year from Lenoir City, and she was like my first class, like first in the day. So it was cool to that was where I made most of my friends here, was that first class.
Sure.
So
Miss
I'll say
Sin,
Miss
for
Sin.
those of you that don't know, she was an English teacher from a couple years ago. So yeah, good answer. So speaking of which, I'm glad you brought that up. You said my first year here from Lenoir City. These guys both went to North Middle School, didn't have to come here, chose to come here because of what we've got going on and the great things that we do. And I appreciate you. You are Redskins through and through, whether you grew up here or not. And we appreciate you guys for what you do.
Appreciate you.
Yes,
Thanks
thank
for
you.
your leadership and continued leadership. And go Big Red here in the next few days. Good luck tonight with Teleco. Guys, Friday at LHS is a day for no drama and taking care of business. And then we can go enjoy the weekend. So let's do that. Have a fantastic Friday, everyone. We are, and we hope you'll join us. Dunk it. Have a good one.
Thanks for watching.
Subscribe on YouTube.
Follow us on Instagram.
At LHS News Mag.
Go Big Red!